Welcome, people. We are south of the pier. This is Manhattan Beach. It is sunny outside. That was Raffe Paulis passing. Raffe goes cut. And right now that's 3-2. Thank you for having me in your living room, along with Gene Dolan, volleyball coach. I'm Jason DeVeas. And we have, on this side of the net, we have Hitman for Hire, Brian Miller. And we have Street Jesus, Raffe Paulis. They're going against the great, incomparable Adam Roberts and former Northridge standout, Marty Lorenz. So first set, bring you guys up to speed. Gene, first set was 21-11 or 21-12.
Yeah, it was
in favor of Paulis and Ryan.
Right.
Wind's acting normal finally.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah.
It's back to normal.
Back to up from ocean to strand, right?
Ocean to strand, north to south.
Raffe's playing as good as I've ever seen him play. He's seeing the court. We always talk about the 4 C's, and he's got them today. That's control, comfort, consistency, and confidence. He's seeing the court. He's confident in his passes. He's on the good spot on defense. When the ball is when offense is making contact with the ball, he's on great position on defense.
Oh yeah, there you go.
He's just seeing everything.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You gotta get the street
And
out.
he does have those streaks where he does play good volleyball, and I think that's high coincidence that when he's playing good volleyball, all of those things come into play. Is there an order of importance as far as those 4 C's are concerned there, Coach?
Yes, of course. Control, comfort, consistency, and confidence.
I go comfort first. Well, you know, if I go comfort first, that involves vodka, so maybe that shouldn't be. Maybe that shouldn't come first on my priority list.
Maybe that's confidence too.
But you see, can you appreciate how A leads to B?
Yep.
All right, so we got a 1-point lead, 5-4, leading by 1 in the set, trailing 0-1 in the match. There's a back set, and Ryan, wow, even when he misses, he can't miss. That looked like they hit a little bit more at the top of his hand, but still good whip, still good contact, and here come the hecklers. Man, they're a little late in the house.
Adam Roberts is downwind now. They've got to find a way to get every single ball to him. That's a mistake right there.
Yeah. Well, I would say mistake, but I would also say that Marty went out of his way to make sure he passed that ball.
Right.
Did that bring new meaning to the term "my medal"? Yeah. There's a nice knuckle. Wow. Sometimes when you do a 4-block switch, right? When you do that late switch, you have to make a second move quick. So if you are Roberts and you're Lorenz, how do you come back at this game? Who do you serve? Or what do you change? You haven't seen the whole match.
Raffe is on fire. You can't keep it. You can't keep it. You can't keep it on Raffe. His partner is setting him too good. Raffe's passing too well. We have to find a way to break their rhythm. You have to make a defensive play. Something has to happen. Roberts needs to make something happen here. He's going to get served every ball. He needs to take control of this game.
All right. There's the switch at 7-7. So if Raffe's not your guy to serve, do you go short serve Miller? Left, maybe a little ocean side? Well, they're switching now.
Short serve doesn't work on a big man that easy. I would make him work. I would serve him deep. Left shoulder deep.
Right. I would also suggest if it's something you weren't doing in the beginning of the game, because short serves are about constant pressure. Sometimes people think it's about a quick result, right? That ball's out of bounds. It's a pretty good use, and man, looks like he still has a big cheering section and an equally heckle section.
Short serve really is advantageous to play against a short person because it takes away their runway. It takes away their approach.
Right.
On a big guy serving short, he's a little clunky getting there perhaps, but he doesn't need much of a runway. That's the difference.
No, and that is a valid point that up until this point I didn't really think about until now. Most people are thinking you serve a short guy short, he's just going to get there. But you're talking about taking away his offense,
taking away his runway and his approach and his
creating his strength. Yeah.
We create time and comfort on the court with height. And when we serve short, typically the pass is short, which doesn't give the shorter guy enough time to really look around, make a play.
He's got to go, and go he does.
Yep.
And I'm not sure what kind of call they're looking on that, but
Trying to get a net call. It looks like he's really close.
I mean, at this level, you have to play that. You have to play the point. You can't just give someone a free point.
Serving short, getting served short sucks. I'm 5'11".
Yeah.
If I get served short, I'll try to put it as high as I can.
Yeah.
I have to reset, go back 4
Yeah.
steps, go forward 4 steps.
Yeah. So his logic
Come
is,
on, Rob!
yeah, it's right,
It's like double the work.
100%. I'm surrounded by volleyball people in this beautiful blue tent here at court 3. Score is now 11-8, so I need to change that. Creating a strain. Yeah, John Mayer's.
Oh, damn.
John Mayer's your guy. You know that term.
How many inches is that line in there?
I think it's a good square and a half of one of those squares.
And it's the same thing on the other side. It's crazy. This is our top organization.
What just?
Oh, dude, you should have seen FIVB Rome. It was awful. Like, everything was so unorganized there.
Yeah, I read some of the chatter on the.
Adam Roberts. What a nice hard swing, Jim.
Yeah, Adam Roberts has got to find it in himself to find more offense. He's going to get served every time.
We're 1 away from the technical timeout. Right shoulder serve to Raffe.
Oh, I don't know about that second.
And like you said, handling it very well. Transition, looking for 10. Not yet. Top spin shot, easy dig for Adam Roberts. Drifter set. Adam got his court vision back last minute.
What happened?
And we have to see what the referee's going to say about that. But if he says what I think he is, there's going to be a lot of shock and disappointment on the non-call in the same series, the same point. No, I think they're okay.
I think they won the point, but I think he was questioning the set.
Right. Because I think I speak for the both of us. We thought that something
couldn't have been
that might have gone
anything
another way,
returned,
right?
yeah.
November.
So, Gene, man, what have you been up to this summer? Just coaching?
Lots of coaching. Yep.
Yep.
Working with teams. Had 12 teams in the qualifier. So yeah, it's been a busy summer in the last 2 or 3 weeks leading up to Manhattan Beach. Of course, I've seen you out there as well. You're getting it done with your teams.
Well, for me, you know what happens? They see me out there coaching a juniors team, and then all of a sudden everyone thinks I'm coaching sand again. Then I get a bunch of phone calls, and I'm like, absolutely. My problem's not saying no. My problem is saying yes too much. But this is why we're here, right?
As a coach, you know that as hard as you work with your guys on getting their focus, getting their confidence, you know, that the level, the general floor of competition at this level is rising so fast.
I agree.
And that's how you can get qualifier teams that are like number 50 in the Thursday qualifier, and they go 2 or 3 rounds into the main draw. You know, how does that happen?
Yeah,
There's
just good preparation. I mean, look, this summer we've been seeing a lot of people, particularly the men, try to keep more of their promises. Right? The men's division has been highly criticized because, as far as vectoring and comparative on the world scene, right, we haven't made much of a dent. We do have some anomalies here and there, Trevor, Theo, and Kane, but I think for the men, where there's more qualifier teams in the AVP than but yet college there's more women's teams, right? So that has to change.
I just find that on the men's side, that a lot of the men's top teams, they're still having way too much fun at this sport.
Yeah.
They need to focus a little bit more, and I'll tell you what's really fun. Winning is really, really fun. Going deep is really fun.
Maybe that's an old school concept.
Too many of the guys are still having way too much fun on the beach, especially Southern California guys. You know, playing the drunk draws and stuff like that. Training hard 3 or 4 days a week, and then playing drunk draws in the afternoon and stuff like that. They need to be a little bit more focused and a little bit more disciplined during the season.
And in the off season too, you know, taking care of your body and mind. Yeah, I get that. But to quote old school football, sometimes you just need to score a touchdown and give the ref the ball.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at some other pro sports like pro football or pro basketball, the difference between starting and benching is millions.
Yes.
So there's a bigger carrot out there.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that we could be on the precipice of bringing real money into this sport, Jason.
Or it could go another way. Yeah.
Or it could go the other way. I'd like to see more focus so that we have a better opportunity to bring that money in.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but you already have that chemistry.
Agreed.
If you feel like you
First play of the game, striking first blood is Miller and Paulis, leading by 2. And speaking, let's change the glass half full. The women are definitely keeping their promises. And I will tell you this: if you look at the finals in each tournament, almost every team is 1 year removed from college. Right. You look at Tina Godina, Harvard. You look at Kristen Nussen-Cloth, right? They sent a message to the next tier of women. Your time's up.
That's so good.
I don't know what the numbers are, and I don't really have a good metric to analyze that, but I would say that the women are more focused than the men.
It's the touch that goes first.
But NCAA volleyball has a lot to do with that, right? You get free coaching 10 months out of the year. You get free, you know, I mean, if you're on scholarship, right, for dorms or whatever. And again, it's the correlation's there. Wow, there's a great dig.
For beach, yes.
For beach, of course. And for women's, too. I mean, if you look at the indoor NCAA scene for women, the Big Ten has like 6 teams in the top 10. And you know, great coaching out there in the Midwest. And I think I speak for the West. We need to step up our game with good coaching.
You know, touching back on your international.
Yeah.
You know, you look at a lot of these teams that show up from Qatar and stuff like that, and they show up with like 4 and 5 really super disciplined coaches per team.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes that's the difference. You know, what do I have to do to keep my guys focused and disciplined?
I mean, if I were really to go on a rant, I would start. I'll just say this and get this out of the way. Stop doing all these freaking training groups and wasting your money. Do training groups to test what you know, but get a coach. Be in a good facility, have a more focused practice. Like you said, if you look at Qatar, they don't do training groups. If you look at Norway, they don't even have a tan, much less a training group. So I'm not anti-training groups. I just think they need more personal attention. They don't need one guy watching 8 people. They need one guy watching 2 people. That's first. Second, there's an old saying in the United States: when you see a good team on the West, it's the talent. You see a good team in the Midwest, it's the coaches. Coaches, live in a video room like a hermit. Do your job. Don't just walk there with your chin out and jump in front of these elite athletes parades. Do your job. You know. And I didn't mean to say this on film, but I'm attacking volleyball with volleyball. That's fair game. Show some thick skin. Take it.
As far as the coaches.
Third point.
Please.
Your coach is Brazilian.
He said, make sure your coach is Brazilian.
I learned most of what I do from the Brazilian coach.
And make sure it ends with a Pompilio, Leandro, and Arturo. Right? I think all 3 of those guys moved here at the same time, right?
We have to have a clear objective as a coach. We talk about coaching, we talk about coaching styles. Yeah. It's not just drilling balls at guys. It's enabling them to see. Our job as coaches is articulating.
Wow. It's a great dig, and now we got a situation here. Looking to get to 14. Wow. The hitman for hire is definitely covering his own blocks.
When I started with Troy and Eric 2 years ago, first day of practice, what's the objective? First objective is let's manufacture 2 points, 2 critical points in a match, not in a set, in a match. Because as we know, we see those momentum swings and we have had our opportunities.
Right.
And when we find those points at a critical time, that's what wins matches.
Absolutely.
When we look at how many matches go to 3 sets, and we look back and we say, God, I had it, but I brain farted. And I couldn't see it. Well, that's what we have to work on. Those two points in a match.
I'm actually glad.
How do you manufacture 2 critical points?
Discipline and focus, confidence.
From the muscles between your ears, dude. Yeah. That's the only. That's your only way. I mean, I don't.
So, I feel like confidence just comes with reps, yeah?
Yeah. Just believe, seeing what works. Yeah, like you played enough indoor. I'm talking to a friend of mine, but you played enough indoor. Like, let's say you want to run 31 front 2, and you practiced it, and your team practices it, but they don't think it's going to work in a game. But if they run it in the game, it only needs to work that one time. They look at themselves, they look back at you as a coach, and they're like, it worked. So I think, as far as my example of confidence, that's the best example I could give on a smaller scale.
Confidence is seeing the court clear instead of making a great dig on a transition ball and going up and spanking it into the block, or having your tongue drag on the sand and hit it right into the block or hitting it into the net.
You got
Seeing the court and saying, hey, look, my best shot here, I have to put this ball down. Just put it in the corner where they're not. It's wide open.
Yeah.
Transition ball is where the game is won. Not siding out. Any idiot can side out on the court.
Yeah.
The transition ball, that first time that ball comes over the net, that's where games are won.
Gene Dolan is mathematically correct. When you think about it, like when we went from side out, being the server, having to be the serving team to score to rally, at the end of the day, whoever gets real points.
Yeah, I mean,
Both a side-out game and a rally game. You have to go in at least one run on your serve.
Yeah, but there's 2 completely different games.
Right.
Yeah.
And since this game is slowed down a little bit, I got a question for you guys. First of all, do anyone here miss the freeze?
I do.
The scoring freeze?
I loved it.
I wish you couldn't lose on a let serve. I wish you just lost the serve.
Right.
But as a fan, the freeze is exciting.
Yes. I think Ricardo hates the freeze.
You know who hates the freeze too? It's
Jeremy
Yes.
Jeremy Casper hates the freeze. Seattle.
He has multiple 7-point losses in the freeze.
You know who loves the freeze? Jeff Samuels. Against the Partains, 14-11. Came back and won.
I'd love to pick your guys' brains on timeout strategies.
Run of 3.
Yeah. Well, at F5VB on the international level, as a general rule, 3 points in a row, automatic timeout. Because sometimes younger players, you're like, next play. And even some of us coaches indoor, we're like, we need like our wives to just say, to tap us. Like if your wife plays, you need a timeout, coach. Did you guys agree? Like as a general rule, and with the technical timeout available, don't wait until you're down by 8, because you're not talking about strategy. You're talking about Avengers Endgame or something else. You know? Gene Dolan is listening in on what the hell's going on here.
We're 2 points away from
They got a scoring issue.
in 12 years.
This would be 9th, right?
No, this would be 5th. This would be 5th, wouldn't it?
No.
7th for sure.
No, 7th.
This?
This would be for 7th or 9th.
If he wins this, he
They
goes
were-
to
No,
quarters.
fifth means you're playing
They
tomorrow.
were guaranteed 9th yesterday
Yeah,
with
5th
2
is
wins.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is for 7th.
I wonder.
And it's his career
No, they're guaranteed 9th yesterday with 2 wins going into this. They
Yeah,
can't
so-
get less than 9th. So whoever,
so cool.
So if they win,
whoever
they're
loses,
guaranteed 7th.
that's correct. Yes, the loser of this gets a 9th.
And in 12 years, Raffe has 3 9ths.
Nice.
So this would be his career.
But I think, like Gene said, Raffe, Gene, we've been watching Raffe since February, and like
I've been
he's
watching
a different.
Raffe for years.
Well, you've been watching longer, but as far as improvement and curve from February up to this point,
Right.
Yeah.
I was there at his beginning.
Yep. There you go.
He's playing very consistently, and that borders on confidence.
Yep, absolutely.
Which is, this is a new partnership as well. So.
Okay, now they got the
This
score
run,
right.
This run.
New. Well, I mean, this year it seems like. Oh! Speaking of the man, hey, Raffe, we're white knighting for you, dude. Come on, dude.
They just had a call go against him and all that. So.
Yeah. Timeout, smart tip. But he played very well with Aaron Rice. February, the end of this winter, and then he played also with Samuels a little bit. One with Samuels.
Good chemistry.
Yeah.
They ended up they weren't going to get each other to the next level.
But Gene, jump in on this because since you're the one that brought it up, what do you think? Was anything fundamentally that got that improved with Raffe Paulis, or was it just more of a mind thing?
I think his passing is his passing on serve receive is that's where we always start, right?
Okay.
He's moving his feet better. He's seeing the court because he's more comfortable, and when you start moving your feet really good, you do those foot drills, which he does. That's what gives you a better passing game.
I also think he showed significant improvement trying not to midline in one move. Like John Mayer, as you know, he's big on one move to the ball, but that applies more to just angling your platform. Like if you're going to midline, it requires a second move. So stop trying to midline something in one move that mechanically requires two moves or a move and a half. So you're right. I agree. Serve receive has been
passing
against
to me,
some of these.
We had this debate on your
my
podcast
podcast,
a while back. I'm a north-south player. When I see nice height north-south passes, makes everything just so much easier. Small little triangles.
Dude, great debate. That was 2 hours and 25 minutes.
This is going
Marty's like
I was a youth player, and Ray Stokos taught me the north-south pass.
north-south, yeah.
Right in front of you, set.
Easiest
He's
ball
coming
to
in.
set is an up and down set. Easiest ball to hit is an up and down set.
Not the time to miss a serve, sir.
Oh boy.
Not the time to miss a serve. You were pressuring them just by getting the ball in. Oh my goodness.
Reminded me of New Orleans all over again.
Keep going.
Oh my God, New Orleans and Quranic.
Oh my God. 7.
Raffe going
That's an
for it
ace.
all. Raffe trying to advance to the next round. Adam Roberts hits the ball out, but
it's
I
a
think
touch?
there was a micro touch.
Yeah, as soon as Brian didn't celebrate. Yeah, he's like,
All right, we're at match point here.
And they've already used their timeout, right?
That's a Jake Gibbs celebration right there. Like,
Adam Roberts with a chance to tie.
Danny,
The back set
Back
going
set
to
for the
Miller.
win.
Miller! Blocked!
cover!
Going out top. Raffe for the win! Got it! Raffe Paulis!
New career best for him.
Yes, and you know what? We said that 3 times, but I will say this once. He's not done. He can still. Hey, we can still keep going.
Let's go.
Hey, for Raffe Paulis, for Adam Roberts, for Marty Lorenz, for Gene Dolan, and everybody standing behind me, I am Jason DeBeas. My battery's about dead, but this tournament is still alive. Love you to pieces. We're out.